Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. In this slide, I would like to present about HSBC Commercial Bank. Okay, so let's move to background of HSBC Commercial Bank. HSBC Commercial Bank was not a HSBC back then, but it was a Hong Kong and Shanghai Banking Corporation Limited. Hong Kong and Shanghai Banking Corporation Limited was the first locally owned bank to suit Scottish banking principles were established on 3 March 1895 in Hong Kong and a month later in Shanghai. HSBC had operation in 7 locations across Asia, Europe and North America by 1875, assisting some countries in exporting trade commodities such as Chinese tea and silk, Indian cotton and jute, Philippine sugar and Vietnam rice and silk. HSBC presence in Malaysia began with the opening of its first branch on the island of Penang, which was granted permission to issue currency note. It bought Mercantile Bank in 1959, which has been operating in Malaysia since 1816. HSBC opened its first office in Malacca in 1909, and by the end of 1912, office has opened in Ipoh, Kuala Lumpur, Johor Bahru and Kota Bharu. During 1920s and 1930s, the bank expanded its branches in several states. In Sabah, the first branch opened in Kota Kinabalu in 1947. Branches were set up in Sandakan and Tawau a year later, followed by Labuan in 1957. In Sarawak, branches opened in Kuching in 1958 and 1964 and in Cebu in 1959. Board of Directors of HSBC in Malaysia. First, we got Datin Chi Teh Ija binti Muhammad Jalil. She was independent non-executive chairperson on 1st January 2022. She is a member of the Risk Committee of the bank. She graduated from the University of Malaya with a Bachelor of Art Honour and Southern New Hampshire University with a Master of Business Administration. She started her career in the civil service and worked for the government for 24 years. Second, we got Mukhtar Malik Hussain. He's non-independent non-executive director 1st August 2021. He served on the bank Nomination and Remuneration Committee. Mr. Mukhtar received a Bachelor of Science in Economics from the University of Wales. In 1982, he began his career with the HSBC Group as a graduate trainee at Midland Bank International. Third, we got Omar Siddiq bin Amin Noor Rashid. He was non-independent executive director 31 March 2022. Mr. Omar earned a Bachelor of Science in Economics from the London School of Economics and Political Science. 4, we got Adil Ahmad. He was independent non-executive director on 5 May 2040. Mr. Adil graduated from Cornell University in New York with a master's degree in business administration and a bachelor's degree in economy. So let's move to management team HSBC Bank Malaysia. We have Datuk Kamaruddin bin Talib, independent non-executive chairman. Omar Siddiq bin Amin Noor Rashid, non-independent executive director and chief executive officer. Mukhtar Malik Hussain, non-independent executive director. Lee Cho Hop, independent non-executive director. Tan Kar Leng, independent non-executive director. Chu Yu Kwan, also independent non-executive director. Last, we got Zuraida bin Jamaluddin, independent non-executive director. 10 main shareholder of HSBC Bank in Malaysia. First, we got Dimensional Fund Advisor LP. Second, James Street Capital LLC. Third, we got JP Morgan Security LLC. Fourth, we got Parametric Portfolio Associate. 5, we got Renaissance Technology LLC. 6, we got Goldman Sachs Asset Management LP. 7, Citigroup Global Market. 8, Northern Trust Investment, 9 Credit Suisse International, 10 Apparel Group LLC. Organization structure. HSBC has a matrix management structure. The group is organized firstly according to its global business and global support function. These are underpinned by legal entity structure, which is made up by a global network of locally incorporated subsidiaries company that provide oversight at a country and regional level. This was a simplified version of the organization structure. Product and services. First, personal financial service, commercial bank, global banking and market, and Islamic financial solution are all available through HSBC Bank in Malaysia. Second, in the early 1980s, HSBC Bank introduced the country's first automated teller machine, ATM, and electronic touch banking, as well as Hexagon, the group's global PC-based banking financial service platform. 3. Virtual keyboard, Malaysia's first security technology, is available on HSBC Net, and HSBC customers were among the first to adopt online chat image inquiry technology. 4. HSBC Malaysia will be the first bank in Malaysia to implement a digital account opening journey in 2020, complete with a 27 self-service machine for identification and verification.
Major sources of fund. First, customer account. The measure of funding sources is the number of customer accounts continue to exceed the number of customer loans and advance. The majority of the positive funding gaps was invested in liquid assets. This was due to the unprecedented demand for funding and finance from customers during the COVID-19 outbreak, which result in account opening delays and longer call handling times due to government loan initiative and other relief measures. Recognizing the negative impact on their customer, they enhance loan application automation, extend repayment holidays, and strengthen system to escalate the prioritized vulnerable individuals. Second is total equity. They can raise funds from the general public in exchange for a proportionate share of the company ownership stake in the form of share distributed to investors who become shareholders after purchasing the shares. However, private equity financing may be an alternative of the banks or directors' network has business or individuals willing to participate in a project or wherever the money is needed. Major uses of funds. First, in financial investment, mostly because they were repurposing commercial overstock. HSBC raised its holding of debit instruments and treasury bills benefits from interest rate reduction. Related valuation gains. Hong Kong, for example, saw an increase in their holdings of government-issued bonds and bills as a result for the increasing final investment. Lower debt holdings partially offset this increase. Bid markets are used to evaluate the fair value of listed financial investment. Unlisted financial investment fair value of calculated using valuation procedure that take into account the price and potential earnings stream of comparable quoted securities. Second is trading asset. These assets and liabilities are treated as trade risk for the purpose of market risk management other than a limited number of expectations, primarily in a global banking where the short terms acquisition and disposal of the asset are linked to other non-trading related activities such as loan origination. Fees. Cash advance. The cash advance fee is 5% of the amount advanced or a minimum of 50 ringgit. Whichever is higher, this is incurred for each cash advance transaction. Replacement card. 50 ringgit per card. Late payment. Minimum of 10 ringgit or 1% of the outstanding balance, whichever is higher, capped to a maximum of 100 ringgit. Over limit not applicable. Sale draft retrieval request 20 ringgit per card. Minimum monthly repayment 5% of the outstanding balance or a minimum of 50 ringgit, whichever is higher. Interest-free period. 20 days interest-free period is only enjoyed on all retail transaction, provided all outstanding balance as per the monthly statement of the previous month are fully settled. Charge. Finance charge means the finance charge imposed by the bank where the current balance for the preceding month's card statement is not settled in full purchases. The finance charge is imposed on a daily rest basis on outstanding retail transactions that remain unpaid beyond the due date computed from the posting date until payment are Tier 1, 15 per annum for cardholders who promptly settle the minimum payment due as specified in the card statement for 12 consecutive months. Tier 2, 17 per annum for cardholders who promptly settle the minimum payment due as specified in the card statement for 10 months or more in a 12-month cycle. Tier 3, 18 per annum for cardholders who do not fall within Tier 1 and Tier 2. Cash advance. 18% of the cash advance amount calculated on a daily basis. Balance transfer. Up to 18% of the amount transfer calculated on a daily basis for a fixed duration. That's all. Thank you.
We have choose Maybank as our second commercial bank. So this is our teammates who gonna present for Maybank Group. So move to the first one, background of Maybank. Maybank is a Malaysian universal bank with significant operating local market in Malaysia, Singapore and Indonesia. Maybank is Malaysia's most valuable bank brand, ranking 4th among Asian countries and 17th among the world's most valuable bank brands, according to the 2020 Brand Finance study. Maybank is Malaysia's largest bank in terms of market capitalization and total assets, as well as one of the Southeast Asia's largest banks. Maybank is also placed 349 in the Forbes Global 2000 leading companies as at July 2020 and 106 in the Bankers 2020 Top 1000 World Banks as at May 2020. As of December 31st, 2019, Maybank is the largest publicly traded corporation on the Malaysian Stock Exchange, Bursa Malaysia. Maybank Islamic Banking subsidiary is the largest Islamic bank in Asia and Malaysia by assets and was named the Bankers Global Islamic Bank of the Year for 2020. Maybank has a global network of 2,600 retail banking branches with over 43,000 personnel that spans all 10 Asian countries as well as key Asian countries and global financial centers. Tan Sri Koh Tek Puat, a Singaporean billionaire businessman who died in 2004, and Oh Tiong Lee has founded Maybank. Tan Sri Amir Sham Abdul Aziz, the business president and CEO, managed the company from 1994 to March 2008 when he was named Minister in the Prime Minister's Department in charge of the Economic Planning Unit, a position he held until April 2009. From May 2008 to June 2013, Tan Sri Abdul Wahid Omar was the President and CEO of Maybank Group. Dato Abdul Farid Alias, Maybank's Deputy President and Head of Global Banking, was named as President and CEO of Maybank Group on August 2, 2013. Next, we move to the Board of Directors Maybank. So the first one is Tan Sri Dato Sri Zamzar Yorni Muhammad Isa. On November 2, 2020, Tan Sri Dato Sri Zamzar Yorni Muhammad Isa was named Chairman and Non-Independent Non-Executive Director of Maybank. Dato Khairul Saleh Ramli. On May 1, 2022, Dato Khairul Saleh Ramli was named Group President, Chief Executive Officer and Executive Director of Maybank. Dato R. Karunakaran. On July 16, 2014, Dato R. Karunakaran was appointed as an Independent Non-Executive Director of Maybank. Cheng Kechat. On November 19, 2014, Cheng Kechat was appointed as a Non-Independent Non-Executive Director of Maybank. And next, we move to the
independent non-executive directors, which is Edwin Gerungan, Anthony Brand Ilem, Cik Zakia Cik Din, Fauzia Hisham, Sharifuddin Khalid, Datuk Idris Kecut, Dr. Hasnita Datuk Hashim, Datuk Zulkifli Abbas Abdul Halim, and Shirley Goh. Next, we move to the main management team of Maybank. The first one is Datuk Karus Saleh Ramli. On May 1st, 2022, Datuk Karus Saleh Ramli was named as Group President and Chief Executive Officer. Khalijah Ismail. On October 1st, 2021, Khalijah Ismail was named as Group Chief Financial Officer Maybank. Datuk John Chong Eng Chuan. On October 1st, 2008, Datuk John Chong Eng Chuan was named as Group Chief Executive Officer of Community Financial Services. Datuk Muzaffar Hisham. On July 1st, 2016, Datuk Muzaffar was named as Maybank Group Chief Executive Officer Global Banking. Datuk Muhammad Rafiq Marikan. On July 1st, 2016, Datuk Muhammad Rafiq Marikan was named as Group Chief Executive Officer Islamic Banking. Gilbert Konki. Gilbert was appointed as a Group Chief Risk Officer on 1st November 2017. Muhammad Suhail Amar Suresh. On April 1, 2015, Muhammad Suhail Amar Suresh was named as Group Chief Technology Officer. Jeremy Hon Cho. On December 1st, 2013, Jeremy was named as Maybank Group Chief Executive Officer Global Banking. Kamaluddin Ahmad. On November 1st, 2013, Kamaluddin Ahmad was named as Group Chief Executive Officer Insurance and Takaful. Datuk Nora Abdul Manaf as Group Chief Human Capital Officer. Michael Fong. On January 1st, 2014 and June 1st, 2018, Michael Fong was named as Group Chief Strategy Officer and Chief Executive Officer International respectively. Dr. John Lee Hin Hock. On December 1st, 2017, Dr. John Lee was named Country Chief Executive Officer and Chief Executive Officer of Maybank Singapore. And the last one is President Director Maybank in Indonesia, which is Taswin Zakaria. On November 11, 2013, Taswin Zakaria was named as President Director of Maybank Indonesia.
So we go to the next part is shareholder of Maybank. So what is shareholder? Shareholder referred to as a stockholder is a person or a company or institution that owns at least one share of a company's stocks known as equity. So as you can see here, this is top 10 of shareholder of Maybank. Permodalan Nasional Berhad, Employee Provident Fund, Bumi Putera Investment Foundation, Kumpulan Wang Persaraan, The Vanguard Group Inc., Great Eastern Life Insurance Co Ltd, Spring Investment Singapore Ltd, AIA Berhad, Norges Bank Investment Management, and JIC Pte Ltd Investment Management. So next is organizational structure. Maybank is divided into 3 departments which are based on type functional, divisional, and matrix. These departments are then combined to form one hybrid organizational structure. Maybank organizational structure led by Group President and Chief Executive Officer. Then divided into 3 departments which are Business Department, Function Department, and Country Department. Business Department has 4 positions: Community Financial Service Chief Executive Officer, Global Banking, Islamic Banking Chief Executive Officer, Insurance and Takaful Chief Executive Officer. 4 Function Department have 6 positions: Financial Officer, Group Chief Risk Officer, Group Chief Human Capital Officer, Chief Technology Officer, Group Chief Strategy Office, and Group Chief Operation Officer. And lastly, Country Department, CEO of Singapore, Chief Executive Officer, International, President Director Bank International Indonesia. Next is Maybank Department and its use corresponding function. Every organization is made up of a different department. Each department contributes to the running of the business. So what can I summarize from their function? For business department, they are responsible for driving a strategy, growth and performance which cover consumer, business, banking, also in global banking performance. Managing for the group Islamic banking business and manage overall strategy and profitability of group insurance and takaful business. For financial department, they are responsible for managing executive the strategy for the finance function, also monitoring all the risks faced by the company. Other than that, they also make a solution architecting and system decision and developing the group long-term strategy, and lastly overseeing overall the internal operation infrastructure. And lastly, department, country department, divided into 3 teams, which each team have function for different operation and country. They are responsible for driving the overall profitability, growth, and performance, also make a strategizing, lending, and transforming, and oversee all other aspects.
Product and service offered by Maybank. First, Maybank Paybank, contactless payment service that use a Visa prepaid card account. Tap your Paybank device on the contactless reader to pay for purchase below RM250 without PIN. Next, Maybank Wealth app. Keep update with your finance anytime, anywhere. Personalize your finance with the Maybank Wealth app. After that, Samsung Pay. Samsung Pay app let customer enroll their Maybank Visa and Mastercard credit, debit and prepaid card in selected Samsung Galaxy device for contactless payment. 4 major source and use of fund. Source of fund. Deposit from customer, deposits and placement from financial institution, obligation on financial asset, sold under repurchase agreement, derivative liabilities. Use of fund. Cash and short-term funds, deposit and placement with financial institution, financial asset purchase under resale agreement, financial investment at fair value through profit or loss. Deposit with financial institution refer to B&M gross placement with the financial institution, which include money market placement, pension warranty deposit and penalty deposit on land. Derivative liabilities mean fair value or losses from revaluation of derivatives held for trading and hedging, including those of embedded derivative separated from the host contract from mark to market. Last, fees and charge imposed by Maybank. Service charge on minimum balance. Premier saving account RM5 per month for average monthly balance of less than RM50,000. Replace of saving passbook. First reported loss RM15 inclusive of RM10 stamp duty on indemnity letter. Second, due to poor handling RM10. Next, account closed for within 3 months from the date of opening RM20 per account.